Hey, friends, we're gonna try this again. The first episode was weird as hell. I don't know what happened exactly. It we didn't go to the cabin, but then it pulled a BioShock and made a bunch of them. And we're not allowed to go. We weren't allowed to leave. And the narrator disappeared, and there's a mirror, and we were a lizard man. And then the princess split into a bunch of different versions of herself, and then turned into a bloodborne boss, and then told us that we needed to free ourselves. We're the only two beings in the entire universe or something. I don't know. I saved over the part where I could have kept going down the stairs again. I'm not sure if it's safe to go and backtrack and then play the video from there, because something might be different, you know? So we're just gonna continue.
You're on a path,
and we're gonna see what happens.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Right.
You're here to slay her.
Yeah, the world will end. The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end up the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do it? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to offer Monarch silently continue to have. Leaving isn't an option anymore. So I can't backtrack. I just screwed myself, sorry. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
She is not dangerous because she's
Before
locked
you
up.
decide
Okay.
to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay,
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
right, but we know that we're the only two people in this world apparently, so killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Serious? No, you have to do it.
Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face. Yeah, that seems like the best
we'll
option.
just have to see what happens, but a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Okay.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
I'm the only physical being in here besides the
You
princess
make your
so
way
far,
up the
though.
short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Why is the princess in the basement, though? Why is she in the cabin in the middle of nowhere? And why is the game lagging?
The interior of the cabin is almost
Oh.
entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'll take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks
Ooh.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, is it the hot one?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
You walk down the stairs.
Ooh, okay.
And lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
The task at hand is to fall in love and have 3.5 children in a farm. We already have a cabin.
There you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
No, I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
Right, but last time we tried to do what a normal person would do, we went to like an eldritch
Don't
world.
You dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it, because the narrator wants us to keep holding it, and I don't trust the narrator.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
She has enough range and a free hand. She could kill us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Against your better
Why
judgment,
is she not as attractive
step
as she
forward to
was? That's
speak
kind
with the
of
princess
disappointing.
Face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
I mean, I suppose so. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Relationship, are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, they haven't, which is... Okay, that's a very creepy look. I was hoping you'd tell me, no, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Slay the princess. Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't trust you. Examine the chains. I'll see what I can. I'll see what I need more questions.
Fine. What do you want to know?
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
This is a different one than the original one. This is one of the cracked variants or something.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay, but I haven't been getting a straight answer out of anybody, my guy. Nobody's told me anything. How would I get you out here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
Ew, I don't want to cut off her arm. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide to do... Alright, this save here. This is a very important, whatever area. Alright, I'll get you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm gonna check upstairs, maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
Yes, you will, babe.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh,
Is someone else
cool.
here?
No, it's nobody else. It's probably the narrator. Hey, let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I don't want to kill her, to be honest. I feel like that'll get me a bad ending. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Right, you say that, but I don't want to kill her.
Back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom?
Yeah, easier for whom, huh? Yeah, the voice of the hero's got my back.
For everyone.
Narrator, I don't trust you.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
I don't like what happens if you do that.
I probably won't.
Against your judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
I hate this. I hate this. Nice tits, but I hate this.
You cut into her flesh.
Her eyes are... I can't tell if they're beautiful or terrifying, you know?
The blade is sharp.
Oh god,
shh. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound.
Oh.
Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
I don't know, hero.
Now let's get out of here.
I'm kinda scared. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Dude, stop being a... just...
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
No! 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 Warn her.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way.
Oh!
Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Dude, shut up. I actually don't trust you. I trust scary eldritch demon mommy from first episode. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Screw you.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Ma'am?
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Oh, she's gonna stab me, isn't she?
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Oh!
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Dang.
This is the end, isn't it?
I think so, Mr. Hero.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Oh, right. There's 2 chapters. Or how many chapters are there?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
There's so many different options.
And in the
Jeez
basement of that
Louise.
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
Yes, I know.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Right, I know. I'm getting a terrible... Wait, hasn't this... Okay, no, but I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastards. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
By tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Is it something else? Is it not the narrator or the princess? Is it nobody? Is it something else?
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of
Voice
his
of the
mouth.
skeptic.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
I mean, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are 2 very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. The absolute irony. Well, that's one way to put it, I guess. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Yeah, that's
That
right.
doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the 3 of you are crafting. But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did...
Wow, there's
you
no...
probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Professional
Sure
what,
you
though?
are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
The first time around, doing
Of course there weren't any
nothing.
consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
That is a very good question. If I go back in time now to try the other options, is that me rewinding time, or is that me going back?
If it's
Okay.
the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Oh, I can't tell you that for certain, Chief, to be honest.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
That the voice of the
How
skeptic
I wish
is
that were the case, but
definitely
if the princess weren't a certain inevitable
pretty
threat to the world,
convincing.
the 4 of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are. You're talking in circles.
Why are we here?
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this
Just
princess.
be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Explore. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate
I
things.
don't know what this is! There's so many questions! If people walked her away, why wouldn't they slay her? Why is this falling in on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
We're not,
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know, some sick god's game or something, you know?
Yes, right. We're here because we're special. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
She's locked in there. Why does time matter exactly? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling
I've told
me?
you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all
I
of
would
us.
really like to know more about her.
I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to trust me here.
She was even able to come out. She's supposed
She
to
just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for?
I really don't know at this point, and I don't.
Literally anything.
Yeah, literally anything. The hero's right. The hero's the true protagonist. I'm just here for the ride. I'm here to click the mouse button so they can say the next thing.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Oh, check your pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads, "The princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
Okay, but what if... I don't know what my handwriting is. This is the first time I've seen anything written in the entire game.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side. You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to?
Yeah.
Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Alright, that's all, I guess.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave. 1 second. Alright, let's see what happens when we turn around and leave.
I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her? Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
I'll go to the cabin, I'll slay the princess. Okay, fine, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. Yep, the only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. Quietly continue down the path from the cabin. What did I do last time? I'm just gonna say nope.
Fine.
I lied last time.
Suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient.
Don't want to do the stairs again. I
Maybe the world
really
can
don't.
still be saved after all.
Okay, I'm going to the I'll go to the cabin.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. Good. Going back to the cabin is the only way we can get to the bottom of things.
I suppose so, Mr. Voice of the Skeptic. I suppose so.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls.
The mirror's there
thick,
again.
Wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
This whole cabinet is different. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Let's learn what the mirror is.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? I want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. It doesn't really. Why would you lie about that? What's the point?
Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different.
Yeah.
Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
Maybe something wants us to sacrifice the princess.
Now, isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before. I hope this means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
It was.
Now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Maybe. Or maybe we're just super ugly.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon. Are you sure? She killed us with it last time. What if she turns it against us again? Yes, I'm sure. And I've already got a plan for that.
I am going to trust the voice of the skeptic.
Past life delusions, are we? I hope part of that plan is don't give the world-ending monstrosity your only weapon. Because unless you've decided to arm the princess, I don't think you need to worry about her having a weapon. Peachy, we'll be fine. Okay. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too, Mr. Skeptic. Hey, don't I get to say here what's the big idea?
Normally, yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Okay.
Wonderful. You do exactly that, sweeping the knife
Shh,
from
shh,
the
shh,
table
shh.
before proceeding to the basement. Don't worry about it. We have a knife, so what? It's not like we have to use it.
Yeah, but last time he forced us to almost use it to kill the princess, you dum-dum.
No, you don't have to do anything, but you do well to use it regardless. Moving on.
Moving on. What variant of the princess is this one?
The door to the basement
Ooh.
creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
She doesn't live here though, somebody put her
Her
here.
voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while
Okay,
since I've
it's
had
the
company.
kinda bitchy but kinda hot one. Alright.
Does she remember us? You walk
Oh!
upstairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves, the chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
Yeah, it's a little... It's a little
Have
weird.
you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless. That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Was it?
It was.
It was, yes, it was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her. Slay the princess. Sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she
She
stops
looks
you
different.
before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Right.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sit down where you were told to sit.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
I do like her eyes. I don't know if I've pointed that out already, but the 17
Thank
times
you.
I have.
Now, what are your intentions for me?
What do you mean? I've been here before. Am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other channel, well, who was it for? What would you have me do? I think I'm just going to leave you here, actually. You're not much of a threat to anyone locked up like that. Bye. Am I the only one who remembers that?
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Okay,
I
okay.
guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Of course this is complicated things. We're being transported by some otherworldly being in between worlds or dimensions or maybe even time or something to kill a woman. And she remembers too, this time.
It's complicated things. How exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
I don't remember what
A
contingency means exactly.
For what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else. I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
I think if we ever end up killing the princess, something is gonna happen. Something bad. Like, just running into the cabin and killing her right off the bat. It's too easy. It's too simple, you know?
Now hold on. If you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles. I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Are we in a bottle?
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative. That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't. Get it? It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Are we just like sitting there just thinking and she's watching us, or is she watching us do this like a bunch of silly voices?
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
Yep, you got a point there.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world,
I want to know. I
want to
know.
that.
Tell me everything. Tell me everything!
I won't. Fine. But you won't get another word from me on the matter. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Yeah, she's been staring us at for a while, guys.
This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Okay, so she can't hear the other voices. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? What happened after I died last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Huh.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
That's all we know.
It's not like we have much
Now.
of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I don't think anybody here is the antagonist. I think the antagonist is yet to show itself.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
That other chain of the wall, who's it for?
I don't know. but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Let's explore the shackles.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Shut up.
And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle, and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
Kind of.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will.
Maybe.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
Yeah, Skeptic, you're
What if
right.
he's telling the truth?
Shut up, hero.
He isn't. I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the
How do I
far
angle
wall.
myself together?
The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
What?
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
The music stopped.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck.
Oh.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
That ain't good, Chief.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
I think so. Become your own jailer, prison of
Yes.
the mind. She is really pretty.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Or somebody will walk down the thing and it'll be terrifying as hell, and yeah.
That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information. Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch? No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Did you know that this was gonna happen to me?
No.
Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Yeah, it kind of is a little bit. Wait in silence, I
You and the
guess.
princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
Yeah, it kind of
There must
is.
be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't.
Oh.
Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent.
Okay.
At least the world is safe.
Yeah, I guess so.
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
Why though?
How exactly does that work? It just does.
It just doesn't. She's probably the living key of some horrible abomination. If we kill her, something happens.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same. If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
I suppose so. I haven't noticed anything changing though.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first. A bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence, I guess. What is changing, though? I'm waiting for something to come down the stairs and
Continue
scare
to
the
wait in
crap out of me.
silence, and the cabin continues to change.
Oh.
The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Can a plant, like, roll the knife towards me?
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
Yeah.
She hasn't starved.
No, she's still got a pretty good figure.
I guess she hasn't.
We're just waiting and waiting and waiting? Oh.
More silent time passes as
Okay.
you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass and pass, until suddenly there are no walls. And then...
Beautiful moonlight. Sunlight.
And?
Or stars.
I think he's gone.
Voice of the skip. The narrator's gone again?
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us.
Okay, but the sky is pulling some Stranger Things tentacle stuff right now.
So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Ma'am? Oh, lordy, lordy. Ma'am? Ma'am? Did you not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever? It's time to leave. Memory returns.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I don't know what to tell you, buds. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. Feels too good to be true.
Approach the mirror. Well, the skeptic is probably going to disappear because all the different variants have disappeared. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Dude, stop covering your face. You've grown. You've grown. The bloat. Ew. What am I? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her. Oh hey, it's Eldritch Mommy.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes
Just different.
become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
That's cool.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this when this is all done? Do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you. I'm not gonna kill you! How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Okay.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
I'd like to say I understand, but I really don't. When this is all done, what do you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be.
and every exploration yields new and complicated truths.
Mm.
What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Huh. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? That's a very good question. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back. This is freak. And I could just attack her or just kill myself, you know? Like, if I, like, freaking, holy crap. When I go back, it was an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own.
Oh.
They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Okay, so my save files are pointless. Because... Are they? I don't know. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Good point. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
I don't want to kill the princess. I think I'm gonna try and do everything else except for kill the princess. Maybe last episode I'll kill the princess, who knows? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? Oh, there's so much. This is good. I don't know if y'all are enjoying this or not, but I don't care.
She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart.
Okay.
Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
Alright. I hope I'm giving her decent beings. I feel like... So what I feel like this game is I feel like there's multiple different paths that you have to choose to beat the game, but your dialogue options and what you do during those paths changes the heart of Eldritch Mommy or something. Do you have any preferences?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
So I'm building you. Is that an option?
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom.
Huh.
But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
So this is the long quiet.
Carved texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
How were you
alone
before?
And without sensation.
Oh.
I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I really want to hug her. I think she needs a hug. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay.
We will meet again.
Part of everything goes dark and you die. Alright, cool. I want the hero and the princess. Bring the prisoner to our guarded vessel. I want I want to see what happens if I destroy my body or kill her, but I feel like I don't want to make her feel bad or sad. You know, I don't want her. I'm ending the episode here.